Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am honestly so excited about this one because we are taking some really fascinating, complex mindset shifts and breaking them down so they're absolutely crystal clear. Today, we're diving deep into exactly what it takes to break out of the mold, totally embrace the grind, and unlock your absolute ultimate potential. If you've ever had that nagging feeling that you're just meant for more, but you haven't quite figured out how to bridge that gap yet, well, you are definitely in the right place. So let's jump straight in. So let's get right to it with a massive question. Why not you? Seriously, what if you could pull off a miracle? What if you could be that completely dependable warrior of your own life? So many people just kind of show up to life as targets. They just let the days happen to them. But think about it. During hard times, every family, every team, they're looking around the room for that one strong pillar to lean on. The real question is, why on earth can't that pillar be you? And getting to that point really begins with what we can call the spark of awakening. You see, this whole journey kicks off on that very day, that visceral, almost sickening moment when being just average is no longer acceptable to you. Because here is the absolute truth that shatters the illusion we're all spoon-fed growing up. Literally everything around you that you call life was made up by people who are no smarter than you. Realizing that the rules of life are completely malleable, that's the exact realization that breaks you out of that boxed-in, limited existence. You have the absolute power to build your own reality. Now, when you actually fully commit to building that reality, normal society just isn't going to get it. There's this incredible quote from Vincent van Gogh where he says, "I have dedicated my life to my art and I have lost my mind in the process." To the people clocking in at 9 a.m. and punching out right at 5 p.m., your obsession is going to look completely crazy. But honestly, giving every single ounce of yourself to perfecting your craft is exactly how you find out who you truly are. But of course, that kind of commitment brings us to the price of toughness. Because that initial spark of motivation, that's just the very beginning. We're stepping into the darker phase of the journey now. Because every single valuable character trait we could ever want comes with a massively steep price tag. Think of time like a wallet. You are literally spending the seconds of your life to buy the character traits you want to have when you're 80 years old. If you want to be tough, well, you have to spend your time enduring tough situations. If you want patience, you trade your time going through frustrating circumstances where you don't get things right away. Reframing your daily struggles as the actual currency you use to buy your ultimate character, that gives you so much comfort and clarity when things get hard. And day to day, let's be real, paying that price is highly unglamorous. It means dodging the nightclubs and the parties, which are honestly just a weakness for the soul when they're distracting you from your goals. It means being in bed all by yourself at 9 p.m., waking up insanely early to put in that extra work while everyone else is comfortably sleeping, and actively treating the entire world as your own personal library to perfect your craft. You are actively trading away that immediate, fleeting fun for the quiet, unrelenting discipline of a true winner. Just take Kobe Bryant, for example. Picture this. He's at the gym way before sunrise, ice packs on his knees, absolutely drenched in sweat. And the kicker? This was literally just days after playing in the NBA Finals. While everyone else was taking months off to recover, his dedication was just incomprehensible. Legends aren't just defined by their shiny successes. They're defined by their terrifying drive to get right back to the grind when everyone else is resting. Which leads us to a really tough phase, doing the work without any immediate reward. Almost every highly successful person has had to survive this grueling reality of delayed gratification. For the first 1 to 3 months, you work and nothing happens. Months 4 through 6 roll around, you keep working. You watch other people start to fall off and quit, and still, absolutely nothing happens. It is hard, it's difficult, and it's incredibly lonely. But for the rare few who persist and just keep marching forward under any circumstances, you eventually hit that future stage, massive hockey stick growth and total liftoff. But you have to survive the silent grind first to earn that exponential spike. So how do you actually survive that silence? Well, you pull off what I call the vanishing act. First step, disappear for 6 months. Second, do the actual work in complete silence. Seriously, stop announcing your big plans to the world. Don't post about your grind on Instagram. Just stop talking. And finally, step 3, reemerge as a completely different person. Dedicate 6 totally unbothered months exclusively to your goals and just watch what happens. And to really fuel that vanishing act, we can lean on Jim Rohn's big questions. Let me just hit you with these rapid fire right now to stretch your ambition a bit. Why not see how many books you can read? Why not see how incredibly valuable you can become to the marketplace? Why not see just how far you can go? Why not see how much you can earn and then how much you can share? These questions totally push you to see exactly what you can make out of this wild, extraordinary opportunity called life. Now, moving forward, we absolutely have to redefine failure and fear. Because as you stretch that ambition and go deep into your Vanishing Act, you are 100% guaranteed to smash into submassive obstacles. But you have to completely redefine failure. Failure is not the end, you guys. It's literally just your first, second, third, fourth, and fifth attempt. It's just a series of data points. It just means you're actually in the arena trying. Not trying at all, that is the only true failure that leaves you completely done. If you start treating failures as mere attempts, you become completely unstoppable. And speaking of being unstoppable, remember this legendary piece of sports history. George Foreman was hitting Muhammad Ali with absolutely everything he had, just punishing him. And Ali pulls this incredibly powerful man close, right in the middle of the fight, and whispers just one question: "Is that all you got?" Foreman actually admitted later that hearing those words totally penetrated his spirit and just broke him. Ali proved right there that an unbreakable mind and sheer mental strength will always crush mere physical power. That exact kind of mental strength completely dictates how we process fear. Look, fear is a completely self-imposed, intangible creation. And because you create it in your own mind, well, that means you have the absolute power to destroy it. Right behind every single fear you have is the exact person you want to become. If you turn around and face the darkness instead of running away from it, that destroyed fear transfers its energy directly into massive, unstoppable confidence. Which brings us to our final phase, the pain of progress. We are at the absolute culmination of the journey here, where we have to face a massive, undeniable choice. On the one hand, you have the pain of progress. Sure, it's temporary, it stretches you and hurts a bit in the moment, but it changes you for the better. On the other hand, you have the pain of regret. This one destroys you, knowing you allowed your own possibility to just die, and it lasts forever. You literally have to choose between the temporary soreness of discipline today or the permanent, tear-inducing pain of unfulfilled potential when you look in the mirror 20 years from now. And here is exactly how that choice plays out practically, especially in your 20s. You can choose to live it up, go to all the parties, dodge all the hard work, and end up as a completely underskilled 30-year-old. Or you can work it up, make the harsh sacrifices now, and become a highly skilled but maybe underlived 30-year-old. The brutal reality is that there are no do-overs in life. You absolutely must accept the trade-offs of choosing the grind over immediate gratification if you want to build a foundation that actually lasts. Because ultimately, pain is temporary, but pride is forever. When you push through those dark days, those exhausting hours, and all those moments where you just want to throw in the towel and quit, something absolutely amazing happens. When you finally make it out the other side, the pure exhilaration of achievement vastly outweighs the struggle. You forget all about the physical exhaustion, and you're just left with the eternal pride of having mastered yourself. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on today. If you wrote a book about your life right now, would it actually change someone's life for the better? Are you going to write a story full of overcoming adversity, or are you going to let your unfulfilled potential literally eat you alive? I challenge you, starting right now, to take radical ownership of your mind and your actions. Make the hard decisions, completely embrace the grind, and go be that guy. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I will absolutely see you next time.